it kind of looks like she's based off a video game character, not Harley Quinn, but a different one.
It's the new 52 Harley Quinn, who she's based off of.
Yeah, but
not the one that originated on the Batman animated series.
No, definitely not. And then also October 7th, Gambit.
Yeah, the fact that it seems to be finally getting off the ground, which seems pretty amazing. I'd actually be shocked if the movie actually makes it to that date, because, I mean, where we are, it's the beginning of the year, and they're just starting to film.
Yeah, I think if they do make it for October 7th, it's going to be a very rushed project, unlike all these other movies, which are basically confirmed and will happen. And if Suicide Squad doesn't come out when it says, I will riot, and I mean it, I will riot. I will go down to my local Blockbuster and scream at nobody that's there. Yeah.
Wait a minute, okay. No, I'm not even going to go down the Blockbuster route right here. I mean, then again, no one else is either, but that's another story for another day.
Yes. There's two other movies I really want to bring up before we start to wrap up this show. The first, I don't know if you've seen the Da Vinci Code.
If you don't know what just happened, I just blew my brains out.
Yes, well, apparently, Robert Langdon, who was played by Tom Hanks, based off a character written by Dan Brown, has yet another movie.
And let me guess, he's going to go off and he's going to find another young woman to fall in love with, and he's going to go off and do something else that is going to be, anti-Christian.
Actually, this is to do with the planet's overpopulation, which could be entertaining.
But it's based off a Dan Brown novel, so I hardly think so.
Yeah, it's hard to... I personally like the other two movies, Angels and Demons and Da Vinci Code. I thought they were really kind of strange and really, really, But it is what it is.
So okay, so you said you enjoy them, but yet you're at the same time?
I'm not a big fan of,
Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
I enjoy a lot of stuff that Tom Hanks has done. It's just
but not
this.
that type of movie. Like, it's just not a movie that Tom Hanks is very well known for, or very adept at doing.
Okay, I can't even argue with that, man.
Another movie that I'm not looking forward to is Jack Reacher, with Tom Cruise, who should quit acting 10 years ago.
I do not agree with that. I think a lot of stuff that Tom Cruise has done recently has been really good, but a lot of fans of the Jack Reacher books have criticized Tom Cruise being, in these movies, because in the book, Jack Reacher is well over 6 feet tall, and Tom Cruise, I mean, let's face it, a couple of his wives have had to wear flat shoes, so they don't appear to be much taller than him.
Yes, because he's a narcissist.
And because he's short.
Yes. So a short narcissist, that's really screwy.
No, come on. He's got the Napoleon complex,
Oh, he's got something. So the final movie of 2016 that we are personally looking forward to, and who wouldn't be looking forward to it? Star Wars Rogue One.
I'm absolutely, I'm looking forward to this. I know a lot of people might not be, because this is, of course, going to be the first, Star Wars movie that is not going to follow the Skywalkers.
Yes.
And, this is kind of like a side story about how the plans for, the Death Star were, taken by the rebels. And so, I think it's going to be very intriguing. If Disney expects this movie to do as well as The Force Awakens did, last year and going into this year, they got another thing coming, because I don't think it's going to be nearly as big a success.
No. Most spin-off movies are not as successful as the movie they spin off from. Just like I believe Episode 8 will not be as successful as Episode 7.
And there was a perfect storm that came with The Force Awakens that There's just no possibility that no matter how good episode 8 is going to be, it's not going to be as good.
No,
and that's an okay thing. I mean, it doesn't have to do as well.
No,
just as long as Disney realizes that.
We'd prefer not waiting another 10 years for a Star Wars movie. Thank you very much.
This is true.
And that was one of the reasons why it was so successful, episode 7, was because of that 10-year wait in between that everyone's starting to get angsty, when they finally announced that there is a new one coming. And, everyone flocked to it because A, it's Disney, B, it's Star Wars, and C, we're all kids at heart.
Amen, brother. Amen.
So, definitely a lot of movies. Some we have not touched on, like I am currently staring at Doctor Strange with Benedict Cumberbatch.
How are you staring at it when you're looking at me?
Because you are strange, but you're not a doctor. But that's okay.
I don't have a PhD. What can I say?
I don't think Doctor Strange does either.
Yeah, whatever.
So yes, Benedict Cumberbatch plays Doctor Strange. I think that's going to be entertaining to watch, and definitely a must-see. November 4th. I believe I may be taking a vacation around that time. Fantastic Beasts, Where to Find Them, yet another Harry Potter cash grab.
This is the Harry Potter spin-off. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, these are the movies. These are movies.
These are the movies of 2016 that are coming out. As they come up and we go to watch them, probably not as many times as we watch Star Wars, but we will watch them.
We will go see these movies,
and
we'll tell you about them, and then we'll go off and dissect, and kind of chew them up and spin them out, because most of them are probably going to be garbage.
Yes.
Not in Star Wars, by the way, but most of the others probably will be.
Batman v Superman. Definitely.
Chew up, spit it out.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not a fan of Ben Affleck being Batman.
Chew up, spit it out.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Enough chewing, enough spitting. It's time for us to wrap up the show. Guys, I mean, this has kind of been an interesting one, hasn't it? You know what? Thanks for listening in. Before we go any further, though, need to point out that I hope you guys are aware of the new Pokemon commercial that has come out for Super Bowl. It got released earlier.
Pokemon.
If you want to go off and you want to see it, go check out our Twitter account at Fizz Show. It's on there. You can also go to our website, www.fizzmashow.com. Hit on the link to our Facebook page. It's posted on there, as well as a link to a Easter egg video that discusses that very same commercial.
I hope that the Easter Bunny doesn't find it.
Yes, I do too, because, God forbid that should happen. And of course, guys, you can follow each of us on Twitter.
You can follow me, because, I am me.
You are the Fizz of the Masked Show.
I am the Fizz of the Masked Show. You can follow me on Twitter at real CAPT Fizz, so at real Captain Fizz.
You can follow me at that mask guy. Again, you can follow the show at Fizz Mask Show. Go to www.fizzmaskshow.com to go off, and there's links to our Facebook pages, as well as to Facebook, Twitter. I don't know, other stuff too, I imagine.
Little tidbits here and there. There's a dancing monkey with a banana.
No, there isn't.
There is, if you squint hard enough. I put him there.
Yeah, and I believe we're close to 40 episodes of the podcast on there now.
We are getting there, bit by bit. Hey,
you gotta give those monkeys more bananas.
Why do you think they're on the website?
And
I banished them to the website.
You bashed it. Well, that's why they're not working very well.
Yes, then. They threw feces at me.
Well, that's what monkeys do.
I threw feces back.
Well, that's what Captain Fizz does.
My feces was better.
That's debatable.
So yes, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, check out the website.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Hopefully we're going to have some news on an upcoming interview. I don't want to go off and give away too much information. Within the last few days, Captain Fizz and I have been putting together a list of questions. We're going to submit it to our upcoming guests, and maybe, hopefully, we'll be able to give you some information in the near future. Again,
yes.
Once we know for sure about this, we will be posting information on both on Twitter at FizzMash Show, as well on our Facebook page.
And it'll be in big red letters on our website.
Okay.
It will.
It will.
It will. Stay tuned. It's a very educational show.
Yes, it will. I'm actually quite excited by the prospect of doing the show, because, we might actually, instead of being really silly, we might actually go off and be able to exercise some of our interviewing skills. And
yes.
I don't know. It should
Hey, Mask Guy, tell them how to email us.
Yes! If you want to go off and, be a guest on our show, you can email me at the maskedguy at fizzmashshow.com.
And of course, you can email me, Captain Fizz at fizzmashshow.com.
So
we don't use our emails very often, apparently, and we really need to start writing this down. But yes, email us, check us on Twitter, follow the website, find us on Facebook, and
you know what, guys, honestly,
I think that's it.
We're hoping to at least do one interview show every month. And so
next month, we interview Captain Fizz.
And then the following month, we interview the Mask Guy. Who knows? I hope not. But you know what, man? Time for us to, shut this party down. So you know what?
Go down to Funky Town.
Don't even get me started.
You don't like Funky Town? I like Funky Town.
Why don't you take me to Funky Town? Why don't you take me
Good night, everybody.
Funky Town. Good night. God bless. May the force be with you.
Stay frosty, and don't forget Funky Town.
Amen, brother. Amen. Dig it.